First off, can you introduce yourself and your job? I know you're an associate producer for the Jaguars. Just kind of introduce yourself and kind of go into what that job entails, like on a weekly, daily basis.
For sure. Yeah, my name's Trent. Padilla. Obviously, associate producer here at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Basically, my job entails we just edit and produce weekly content to go out on our digital pages and also TV shows that we produce weekly. Basically, that stuff is just kind of takes place all over the week. We have shows that come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So we're constantly producing those shows, and then obviously we're also handling any like weekly media availability from pressers, practice, anything like that. We kind of in essence work as like an in-house like TV station for the Jaguars.
Cool. That's super cool. So how did you start out getting involved in the sports media business, and specifically like this kind of job, like content producing for a sports team?
For sure. So I actually got started at Alabama. I started majoring in it was called telecommunication film at the time, and so started majoring there, and then started working at WVUA. So interned there and just kind of got myself into the sports department, and then just kind of didn't like look back. I was originally wanted to be a reporter, but quickly realized I didn't like being in front of the camera. Felt more of a calling to producing and editing content. So my senior years kind of took more focus on doing stuff behind the camera and everything like that. And so was able to connect with a guy that works here as a coworker of mine that was working with the Jaguars at the time, and then just kind of stay in touch with him, and then everything kind of worked out.
Cool. So this is a pretty specific question I have, but I was watching the game on Sunday, and I felt like I have to ask that Jamal Agnew touchdown.
8-yard attempt.
Got it up. And short. Agnew brings it out of the end zone. Agnew still running. Agnew down the sideline. Agnew. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 109 yards. Incredible.
How does like a content creation team, like the production team for an NFL team, prepare for a play like that? Like kind of even watching like the camera work, it seemed like it had some kind of preparation, and obviously like that's not the play you see every day.
Right. It's kind of hard, I guess, hard to prepare for something like that. But I guess the best way to say that prepare is like you always have to kind of stay like ready for something like that to happen. Because, I mean, in football, especially once you're in it, like you'll get burned at a certain time if you're like, like you take a play off, and then it's just like that play, it's gonna be the play that he takes it to the house. So really it's just all about just being in your like we talk, we have meetings beforehand, knowing where the spot we're going to be, where all the which angle everyone's going to be at to get that specific shot. So it's just kind of like you're there all game. So I mean, you're not, that one play is just, you just got lucky basically.
My last question is, do you have any advice for young journalists trying to get into the industry? What would you say to them?
For sure, man. I think the biggest advice I'd have for you is just to go out there and like go to work. Get your hands, like practice is key. Take any internships, like anything, like any volunteer experience or anything like that, like freelance work. Just the more reps you do is like, that's the only way to get like better and like learn stuff, is just having more practice with it, like on hand and everything like that. Because that is basically like what a lot of people are going to be looking for, is just experience. Like school obviously matters, but like really they want to see like you've done it before kind of thing. Like that's the biggest like key when you're like looking for jobs outside of college and everything like that.
True. You got to take advantage of the opportunities you do get. They don't come along they don't come along all the time.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you and getting to know you a little bit.
Of course.